Hello everyone, this is Naziatul Islam and welcome to today's class. Today we'll be discussing about two basic easy topics of physics which is very much important for our day-to-day lives. You either go to study engineering or architecture or any kind of stuff related to physics and maths, you will need it all around your life. So these two basic topics are scalar and vector. So these are two superheroes of physics. Let us consider about scalar. Scalar man, suppose this is the scalar man. So we will first discuss about scalar, which is scalar man. So scalar man is a very simple hero. He only cares about one thing, which is how much of something there is, which means magnitude. But it doesn't indicate any kind of direction. So what we understand by scalar is something which have only magnitude or the amount of something, but there is no direction. There is no direction. So that's the basic you will need all your life about scalar. If we want to have some examples of scalar, it would be something that have only magnitude, which we can express with only magnitude, but no direction is needed. Suppose, let us take an example of temperature. So for defining any temperature, what we need? We say 32 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So do we need any kind of direction for expressing temperature? No. Same, we have time. So for time, do we need any kind of, so what we say, it's 3 o'clock or it's 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So do we need any kind of direction expressing time or temperature? No. So whenever we don't need any kind of direction to explain something, that is a scalar quantity. So now let's move on to vector. So before moving on to vector, so let's just summarize what actually scalar is. Scalar will have, let's just recap, that's what I'm going to say is, let's just recap. Scalar is, they have only magnitude, which means the amount, or just, yeah, that's the amount of something, and there will be no direction. And what we got as example of scalar, it is time, temperature, and there are some other examples which I am gonna give is distance, and so on. There are many vector scalar quantities. My bad. So that's it for scalar. This is all you need for your basic. That's what it is needed. So let's move on to our vector girl. Vector girl is pretty much complex, I would say, compared to scalar, because vector have a specific direction. Suppose when we say a car is moving toward north, this expresses that there is a direction. So in that case, that will be a vector. So she's got some both power and direction. So imagine her as a flying arrow. So what you see? So Vector Girl is a go-to hero. So when there is a direction, there is quantity, which I mean magnitude, that is a vector. So let us have some examples of vector, which is weight. Let us take as example like weight. So what we know is, like, for any object there is direction of weight, that is toward the center of the earth. So there is direction, that is a vector. Then we can take example force. Of course, force has a direction. Without a specific direction, force cannot work. So another example is force. Like, suppose this is a car. I'm not very good at drawing. Suppose this is a car. The force is applied to this direction, and the displacement of this, like, the car is moving in that direction. So force is applied on this direction. So when there is direction, there is vector. So for recapping this whole thing, the vector part, it has magnitude, it will have direction, and if we consider some examples, we will have weight, force, velocity, and etc. So that's what it's all needed to know about vector. So the basic difference of a scalar and a vector is this part. One have direction and one don't. So basically, scalar and vector are quantities, like physical quantities. One have direction, which is vector, and the other one which have only magnitude. Though vector have magnitude, but in scalar they have only magnitude but no direction, like this one. Many of us confuses this stuff, like which one is vector or which one is scalar, like regarding this direction. So I hope that's all clear for today's topic, and if anyone have any problem, let me know in the comment section, and in my next video we'll go deep into more kinematic stuffs like speed, displacement, velocity. And that's all for today, and thank you for watching today's class. Bye.